collectors and Masters of the Universe fans. Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Sssqueeze, or Sssqueeze. It's more fun to say it that way, I think. One of the newest snake men to come to us. Sssqueeze was a vintage one that I never had, but really loved the look of. Mostly because he's got giant freaking arms, which is hilarious. I don't know why, but all of these are kind of ridiculous, and we used to play with them as kids, and usually, that's the coolest thing ever. He's got giant arms. It's crazy, but super excited to finally get him. For him, though, as you can see with the package, continuing on with the Snake Men look with the snakes there in the background. You got the blister fully showcasing the figure. You have the Snake Men sticker right there on the blister. And then, of course, you got the snake-like texture going throughout the actual bottom section, which I love it. Come around to, and I should have said, it's the evil, long-armed Viper. Because, yeah, and you can trap warriors in a slither hold, because we don't have enough snake puns. But when you come around the back of the package, you can see other figures that are in the line, such as, obviously, Snake Man, Squeeze, and then Spike War. But you also have Serpent Claw Man-at-Arms, as well as the Snake Man Infiltrator. These ones I'm not really all that interested in. It was these two in this way that I was primarily looking forward to. So here we go. And then, of course, you got the little action feature right there. Gorgeous art here on the top. They are always so very good at capturing that vintage look that the art had. I'm always very, very impressed. But for the packaging on this guy, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright, and here we have Sssqueeze opened up and out of his packaging. And much like all of them, he does come with his mini comic. You can see Squeeze featured right there, kind of fighting off some other guys. And then when you scroll through, you got flip through. Oh man, it is now 2023, and we don't flip through the pages. We scroll through them because, yeah, technology. But again, you get the mini comic on the back here. You got the other figures that are in this wave, including the Snake Man Infiltrator, as well as Serpent Claw Man-at-Arms. Don't care about any of those. And this guy, he's peculiar. Let's just say that. For his accessories, I want to say that this is a new one. I don't remember seeing this one before. But he's got this giant snake head thing, and it's curled around, and you kind of wrap it around his arm and stuff to get him to hold it. I don't know what you do with this thing, because it just kind of looks like it's just a snake. But, I mean, good sculpted in detail. You can see it's in this nice purple color, but I don't really know. He doesn't really stand there, so it's like drunk snake, I guess. I don't, but you got that. And while this was a vintage figure, and I was aware of him when I was a young lad, never had him, never got him, never really cared that much about him. But now as an adult, I just think he's ridiculous, and I think he's hilarious. So he does still kind of have that same modular sort of thing where you can take these arms off and you can put them on other figures and things like that. But one thing that's interesting about it is he does not have any real shoulder articulation. This section here does not move, which is kind of unfortunate because you're kind of limited. You can rotate him around, obviously, but it doesn't hinge in and out. So what you have to do is use the very rubbery design of the arms that have a wire in there to kind of position them. So while you can't like hinge them out at the shoulders, you can kind of move things around and still get them posed in all sorts of different ways. And you can see he's got very long arms, ridiculously. So, I mean, like, he's reaching out and he's grabbing the camera frame. I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. He's going to, I'm grabbing this and I'm grabbing this. I got a hold of the frame, but I don't know. But it also does kind of add some weight to him, and it makes him kind of difficult to stand unless you just use the arms to kind of balance him. But the whole, like, premise of this guy, let's bring in, is you take the arms, and we're going to, I don't know. He hugs. That's his special ability. He hugs. So you just kind of wrap that around and then wrap that around, and he's like, let's be friends. And that's not creepy at all. Let's be friends. The only way that it would get worse is if his tongue would... But that's the gimmick with this guy. So it still retains the same gimmick. His hugging, his terrifying hugging action. But still really good detail on here. You can see that he does have a kind of goofy looking head, honestly. Looks more like a dinosaur or something like that. Not really much like a snake. But great sculpted detail here with the chest armor. We got the little Snake Men logo right there kind of thing going all the way around. And then I like how he's got all the different bumps throughout his exposed skin, really kind of replicating the kind of bumpy texture of him. He does have giant size hands. He's got these bracers around there. Come around the torso here. Honestly, this looks like it's a lot of new stuff on him, which is very interesting because I don't really know how they can reuse this, but like the waist section here, the legs are definitely new. You can obviously squat him down so he has that more 5.5 inch, or you can extend him to get a 6 inch. One thing that I will say is that the ratchet joints do feel very solid on him, which is good because balancing issues, obviously. But still, you definitely need to use these arms to kind of help stabilize him. But I mean, let's get stupid. And like I said, you can do the whole swappable thing. So if you wanted to do this, you could do it. But you can also take a regular arm and put that on there. I do kind of wish he did come with regular arms, just because these do kind of look a little bit insane, but the modularity is definitely there, and you can take these legs and you can swap them and use them for somebody else if you so desire. So all the same functionality as all the Masters of the Universe Origin figures is still there. So that's cool to see, and I do appreciate it. I do kind of, like I said, wish that this guy was done at the deluxe price point, though, just because I would have liked to have gotten alternate arms for him. That's just a personal preference, I suppose. Articulation wise is all the same. You do have a ball joint here at the neck. Mine was extremely loose, so I did the little floor polish trick and it tightened it up very nicely. Like I said, you do have the rotation there. Doesn't go in and out, but again, you can move these arms out so you can kind of get a outward motion with it. His wrists do rotate, and they do have hinges, so that's cool. You can also, like, if you wanted to, let's I don't know why I keep putting Merman away, but let's pull that off, and so you can do something stupid like that. If I have a hand, Hulk smash, something like that, I guess. So that's modular as well. So we'll get that back in there. I like that it still retains the articulation and everything. You have the waist swivel. That's the sound of squeeze. You do have the hips with the ball joint. You do have the hinge at the knee and the swivel, all that stuff. So all that same articulation is still there. And like I said, this I don't even know what you do with this thing. This is kind of like a weird accessory that, like I said, he holds it, I guess. And again, like if you're gonna do something like that, and you can see that it does stay up there pretty decently, but you will have to balance that and get him to have like a lower center of gravity here, because that's just gonna make him fall over, kind of thing. So I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do that. Let's see. Something like that. No, not going to work. So he's just going to sit there like that. All in all, fun. It was towards the end of my, I guess, fascination with Masters of the Universe. So in general, I probably would never have picked him up as a kid. As an adult, though, I do find him funny. I talked about it before, that a lot of these characters are just ridiculous and fun. So as an adult, I'm enjoying them, but there you go, guys. There's my look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Sssqueeze. If you'd like to add this guy or any other Masters of the Universe figures to your collection, they are hitting various retail locations. Some Walmarts, such as mine, no longer carry them because whatever. So I get mine through places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, and even Entertainment Earth. And if you'd like to get them from those places, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you can swing on by and check out availability on him, as well as the rest of the wide range of Masters of the Universe Origin figures. Also, as a special bonus for you guys, I've worked out a special deal with the folks over at Entertainment Earth that if you click on that link down in my video description to go there, in addition to being able to get free shipping on orders over a certain amount, you can also save yourself 10% off of any in-stock order that you place, helping help you save some money while at the same time show your support for my channel. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. As always, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying adios, au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen.